Okay, I am doing this for the very first time to YouTube. I've never done this before. I've always just shared on Facebook Live, but I thought, you know what, YouTube allows me to share the video a little bit better outside of Facebook. So I think that this is a really valuable tool that some people will appreciate. So I'm going to share it here right now. All right, so my daughter is hearing impaired. She has hearing aids and she has had them for her entire life. Well, since she was 8 months when we got them. And we're always looking for strategies to help her out. And right now through this online learning stuff that's going on, she's getting on a Zoom call with her teacher every day and her classmates, which has been great for her mental health and everything. It's just great to see her teacher and her classmates. And last Friday, we had our hearing resource teacher, who's been working with Hannah since she was in kindergarten, do a Zoom call with us and teach us about a tool that is very valuable. Not only does it work on live Zoom calls, but it can actually work if Hannah was listening to a YouTube video or listening to an audio on her computer and she needed to give herself a bit of a break, because sometimes for her, hearing takes a lot of extra work. And reading is easier for her at times, right? Especially if there's a lot of noise going on, which most of the time when she's really trying to tune into something, we're trying to limit the noise. But anyway, this might help some of you as well. I know that when we get on our family Zoom calls, for example, there are times when I feel so bad for some people because you can see that they're straining to hear, and now I have a tool that I can share with them, and it's not hard to do. So I'm going to share my screen. But before I do, you need to just remember that this only works in, well, you don't have to remember, I'm telling you, this only works in Google Chrome. So if you're using a different platform for your web searches and stuff, it won't work, as far as I know, in anything other than Google Chrome. I tried to use it in Firefox and it didn't work. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to share my Google Chrome screen. And I'm going to show you the website that you'll use. It's called Web Captioner. And so what you'll do is you'll click on Start Captioning. And then when I'm ready to start captioning, I'll click here. But before I do that, you can hit settings and you can chat. Well, there's a couple different things there, but settings will allow me to change my font, change my appearance. So I'm just going to leave it basic. I'm going to leave it size 2. It starts off with size 4, and you'll see also that there's uppercase. Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Gosh, for a minute there, I thought that I maybe didn't. So yeah, there's different things that you can do to just make it easier on yourself. So, you know, and even this shows me the full alignment, or I can do left or right or middle. Again, top or bottom. So if I wanted to have another screen kind of playing on top, I could make this a bottom thing. I'll do that right now just to kind of change it for myself. You can change the language, which I haven't played with that. You can sync things, like there's a lot of stuff here. So I'm not going to say it's perfect. It's certainly not perfect, but it's a really great start for those times when you wish that you had the ability to read what people were saying in a video. And I know some people rely on closed captioning, and not everything online is closed captioning. So this offers that support for people that need it. So I'm going to give you an example here. As I'm speaking, it's picking up my words. Now, if I was muffled, or I wasn't speaking clearly, or I used a word or a phrase that didn't really make sense to the computer, it will fill in its own blanks. And I'll show you an example of that in a video that I'm going to just share with you for what actually happens. Now I'm going to press play on the video on YouTube, and then I will come back to this screen so that you can actually see this typing as the video starts. So this is just somebody I love, Lee Harris. I'll start playing his video.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is great. Everything looks like we are up and running. Welcome to both the beginning of Elevate 2020 and also welcome to Own Your Intuition, which for those of you who are just joining us for this first part, which because of everything going on in the world, we decided to make freely available to everyone. Welcome to you and thank you for being here. And to those of you who are here for the full program, the full journey, welcome to this month of April, where we're going to every single week take an elevating journey into a different aspect of our humanity and our soul. So if you are here because the title appealed.
Okay, so I'm going to pause that there and I'm going to just go back. As you see, this still continues to caption. I'm going to stop captioning for a moment. And I'm just going to take you to this information here. So you can scroll back if you want to use any of this for the future. I don't know if you can actually copy and paste. Oh yeah, it looks like you can. So if there was a conversation you were having over Zoom and you wanted to copy and paste all the words, that would be great. That might be something that really helps you, especially in a training situation where possibly someone is saying something that really makes sense to you and you can't keep up with taking notes. This would be a great tool for that reason. And you just run it in the background, or you can split your screen if that makes sense. So you could have one screen either on top or on the side with the video or the Zoom call, and the other side could be your web captioner. And that's why knowing where you want this to align when you go into that settings tab is a really good thing. But as you notice here, there were some things, and as he continued to talk, some of the things fixed up. Like some of the words I remember seeing the first time I tried that first few sentences. He said something that sounded like 3D. I don't remember what word it was that he changed, but the first time I did the captioning, it actually made it 3D, like the letter or the number 3 and the letter D. And that had nothing to do with what he said. I can't remember what word it was in here. I tried to pause it in time to catch that. But as you can see, it's certainly not perfect. There's words in here that might not make sense, but the computer's deciphering as it can. This program's deciphering what it can. And for the most part, you're gonna get really awesome meaning from what is being extracted from the words that are spoken. So hopefully that helps. I did this extra recording. The first time I tried to do it on Facebook, I had too many things going on and I didn't have a proper setup. So this way I just wanted to give you a little extra, test it out, really give it a try. I'm certainly going to. Today I have a Zoom call and I'm going to actually use that Captioner to help me if I need to go back and see some notes of what the person said to me because they're trying to teach me something. So anyway, I hope that helps. And right now it's all about learning the best strategies and the best ways to really help ourselves during this time. And if that helps anybody, I've done my job today. So thank you so much. Have a great day.